Most people train their biceps, but never actually grow them. And that's exactly why they stay stuck for months, sometimes years, with no visible change. You go to the gym, you feel the burn, you leave with a solid pump, but when you look at your arms, nothing really looks different. No extra size, no sharper peak, no real definition. And after a while, you start wondering if it's just your genetics, or if you're doing something wrong. The truth is, it's not about luck. It's not even about doing more exercises. The real problem is that the exercises that actually work are often done incorrectly, misunderstood, or used at the wrong time. In this video, you're going to learn the 3 exercises that truly build bigger biceps, and more importantly, how to use them the right way to finally see real results. No fluff, no wasted sets, just a clear strategy you can apply starting today. Exercise 1. Barbell curl. The barbell curl is probably the most popular bicep exercise out there, and also one of the most butchered. That's exactly where the opportunity is. Because when this movement is done right, it becomes one of the most powerful tools for building size and strength. The most common mistake is going too heavy. The moment the weight gets out of control, your body starts compensating. Your hips drive forward, your shoulders take over, and your biceps stop doing the actual work. If you have to swing the bar up, you're no longer training your biceps, you're just moving weight from point A to point B. To fix that, everything starts with your setup. Stand tall, feet about hip-width apart, core slightly braced. Your elbows stay pinned close to your torso from start to finish. From there, you curl the bar up by actively squeezing your biceps, not by generating momentum. At the top, pause briefly and really feel that contraction. But here's where most people lose progress, the way down. The negative phase is where real growth happens. Instead of dropping the weight, you lower it slowly and under control, taking about 3 to 4 seconds. That extended tension creates a much stronger stimulus for muscle growth. From a biomechanical standpoint, this exercise hits both heads of the biceps while also involving the brachialis and brachioradialis. That's why it's such a solid foundation for building dense, strong arms. You can also tweak it slightly with an easy bar for comfort or adjust your grip to shift the emphasis. For best results, stick to 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps with a heavy but controlled load. Every rep should look intentional, clean, and consistent, no shortcuts. If this is already helping you train smarter, take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps keep content like this coming. And now that you've built a strong foundation with this movement, it's time to shift into something that most people completely overlook. An exercise that stretches the biceps under tension and targets the part responsible for that visible peak. Exercise 2. Incline dumbbell curl. If the barbell curl builds the foundation, the incline dumbbell curl is what actually shapes your biceps. This is where your arms start to look different, not just bigger, but more aesthetic, more complete, and noticeably more developed from every angle. The key difference here is the setup. When you sit on an incline bench, your arms naturally fall slightly behind your torso. That small shift completely changes the mechanics of the movement. Before you even perform the first rep, your biceps are already in a stretched position under tension. And that stretch is not just a detail, it's a major growth trigger. Training a muscle while it's lengthened has been consistently associated with better hypertrophy. In this case, it specifically targets the long head of the biceps, which is the part responsible for that elevated, rounded peak when you flex your arm. That's why this exercise feels harder than it looks. You don't have the same leverage as in a standard curl, and momentum becomes almost useless, which is a good thing. Because the less you can cheat, the more your biceps are forced to do the actual work. To execute it properly, start by setting the bench at a moderate incline. Sit back fully, keeping your spine neutral and your head relaxed against the bench. Pull your shoulder blade slightly back to stabilize your upper body, and let your arms hang freely with your palms already facing forward. From there, initiate the curl slowly, focusing on driving the movement through your biceps, not your shoulders. Your upper arm should stay as still as possible. The only thing moving is your forearm. As you lift the dumbbells, think about shortening the muscle, not just lifting the weight. At the top, squeeze hard. Don't rush this part. Hold the contraction for 1 to 2 seconds and really focus on that peak tension. This is where you reinforce the mind-muscle connection and maximize the effectiveness of each repetition. But once again, the real difference comes from how you lower the weight. Most people lose focus here, but this is where the exercise becomes truly powerful. Take 4 to 5 seconds to bring the dumbbells back down. Stay in control, resist gravity, and allow the muscle to fully stretch under load. That controlled eccentric creates deep mechanical tension and small muscle damage that your body will have to rebuild stronger. You'll notice the sensation is very different, less about a quick pump and more about a deep, intense burn that builds over time. If you want to take this even further, there are a few smart ways to increase the challenge without just adding more weight. You can perform the movement unilaterally to focus on each arm individually and correct imbalances. You can slightly rotate your wrist outward as you lift to intensify the contraction, or you can simply slow everything down even more to increase time under tension. In terms of structure, stick to 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, using a weight that allows full control from start to finish. Rest just enough to recover, but not so long that you lose the intensity of the session. This is where you build quality volume, not just more work, but better work. And now that you've trained both ends of the spectrum, heavy strength and deep stretch, there's one final piece missing: the element that gives your arms that dense, powerful look, even when you're completely relaxed. Exercise 3. Hammer curl. If you want arms that look impressive, not just when you flex, but even at rest, the hammer curl becomes essential. This is the piece most people underestimate, and the exact reason their arms lack that dense, full look. At first glance, it might seem like just a variation of a curl, but the grip changes everything. Instead of having your palms facing up, you keep them neutral, facing each other. That simple adjustment shifts a significant part of the work toward muscles that are often undertrained. The main one is the brachialis. It sits underneath the biceps, and when it develops, it literally pushes the biceps upward, creating more overall arm size. It doesn't just add detail, it adds thickness. The kind of thickness that makes your arms look bigger even when you're not flexing. At the same time, you're heavily engaging the brachioradialis, which runs along the forearm. This muscle plays a major role in pulling strength and arm stability. So, beyond aesthetics, this exercise also improves your performance in other movements like rows and pull-ups. To execute it properly, keep your elbows close to your body and your wrists completely neutral from start to finish. No twisting, no unnecessary movement. From there, curl the dumbbells up in a controlled motion, focusing on tension rather than speed. At the top, pause for about 2 seconds and squeeze. This is where you make sure those deeper muscles are fully engaged. Then lower the weight slowly, maintaining control the entire way down. Just like in the previous exercises, the eccentric phase is where you reinforce growth. One of the biggest mistakes here is turning the movement into a swing. As soon as momentum takes over, the tension shifts away from the target muscles, and that defeats the entire purpose. Instead, think about keeping constant tension throughout the entire range of motion. There are also a few variations you can use to make this exercise even more effective. The crossbody hammer curl increases the range slightly and changes the angle of contraction. Using a rope on a cable keeps constant tension throughout the movement. And partial reps in the mid-range can really overload the brachialis. For programming, aim for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. with shorter rest periods. The goal here isn't just to lift heavy, it's to accumulate high-quality tension and fully fatigue the muscle. Now you've covered all three key elements: strength, stretch, and thickness. And when you combine them correctly, your training stops being random and starts becoming intentional. The real difference in your biceps doesn't come from doing more exercises. It comes from doing the right ones the right way, consistently. The barbell curl builds your foundation. It gives you strength, density, and overall size. The incline dumbbell curl takes that base and refines it, stretching the muscle and developing the long head, the part that creates that sharp, visible peak. And the hammer curl completes the picture by adding thickness and depth, targeting muscles that most people completely ignore. But here's the part that actually changes everything: execution, the tempo, the control, the intention behind every single rep. If you rush through your sets or rely on momentum, even the best exercises won't give you results. But when you slow things down and train with precision, your body has no choice but to adapt. And that's when things start to shift. You stop guessing, you stop wasting sets, and you start seeing real visible progress in your arms, not just in the mirror, but in your strength and performance too. Stay consistent with these movements, apply what you learned here, and give your body time to respond. Because when your training is built on the right principles, results are no longer a matter of luck, they become inevitable. What was the idea that made the most sense to you? If this kind of content helps you train smarter, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next.